Taylor? You have a question, Taylor?
Um, let's just kind of talk about moving forward, going ahead, what's next up for you guys, another conference game. How do you kind of wash away what happened tonight and just at 500 in conference build off of that?
You know, we have to. You don't really have a choice. You know, when things happen in life and they're not really ideal, you can do two things. You can hang your head, or you can get up and fight. And we got to fight, but we got to fight in practice tomorrow. We got to fight as a staff tonight to figure out tomorrow to wash this one out, to learn from our mistakes. We got to figure out as a team how bad we really want this and how hard we're willing to play for it. It's one thing to go get beat. You win and lose in life, and you can't stop that. But it's another thing to not try. It's another thing to not give max effort. It's another thing to not show up and give your all in something that we're supposed to love doing. And so we got to get it figured out. And we did last time. Last week we lost the first one, came back and won this one. I'm so disappointed in this one, but we'll figure out a way to get it turned around tomorrow.
How can players look back at a game like this and use it kind of as a fire to like never let that happen again?
You know, I think losing should be enough. I mean, you know, anybody that accepts losing in life is in a bad place. You know, I feel like that. And so if it's not enough for them to say, you know what, let me do something different, then we got bigger issues than just a basketball game. And so it's my job to get them to figure out, give them some examples, show them some film, show them some successes that we've had and what that looked like, and kind of compare and contrast the two so they can understand how we need to play consistently, how we need to prepare consistently to do that, and then how to create good habits so that you can sustain consistent work and workout habits. Because when your confidence comes from the work you put in. If you're not putting in the work, then you don't have any confidence to play the game. And so we just have to be better. We have to be better, and staff has to be better. I have to be better, and we'll start doing that. We'll start working right when I leave out of here.
How difficult was halftime after Kennesaw made that 11-0 run to end that first half?
You know what? It was difficult because the whole time we were down 6 before the 13-3 run. I kept telling our wounds are self-inflicted. It wasn't really them. They had 8 offensive rebounds in the first half. I mean, it wasn't that our bigs weren't fighting. It was our guards weren't boxing out and chasing down rebounds. They were just turning around and watching the ball, and their guy would go get the ball. And so it was self-inflicted. We were throwing passes in the defenders' hands. We were overlooking open people trying to get our own shot. And I just think that we have to understand that we can't beat them and beat ourselves. And so if we can get that and put a picture out so they can see that and so they can see where we were beating ourselves, then we get ourselves a chance to beat another team in a game.
They only had one made field goal in the last 9 minutes of the game, but you weren't able to really close the gap at all. What do you think were some of the issues offensively to try not to slice into that deficit?
To be really honest, I thought we hung our heads. Once it got really down and the deficit get down, I don't think we had that fight in us. I thought we had a couple guys fighting, but it takes 5 guys on a basketball team. And you can tell sometimes when a team comes from a timeout and they're walking off the floor if they're defeated or not. And my staff did a great job of trying to get them energized, let them know this game's not over. Let's cut into the deficit. Let's get down their lead to manageable so we could try to make a run at them. But I thought we had too much give up in us tonight.
Very rare that the other team has more assists than you do. You know, Kennesaw had 6 more. What do you think were, the results of that?
We wouldn't come off the ball. They did a great job of taking Bacho away on the roll, and we wouldn't come off the ball to just the next guy. Sometimes you have to come off the ball even if it's not the direct pass to a basket. And I felt like the passes were there. I'll go back and watch the film and make sure that what I felt like I saw was right so we can correct that. Because even if the initial pass isn't there, when we get it to the open guy, we should be able to seal and try to find other ways to get the ball in. You know, they can't put multiple guys on one guy and we don't have open guys. And so we just got to make the right decisions off the ball, get off the ball, and then make the right decisions when the passes are made.